Hey there, YouTube. Gluefist here. And today I'm going to be doing another tobacco review. And today it's going to be on an old favourite of a lot of people. It's Frog Morton cellar. And smoke it in, I think this is a Polanski, one of the earlier pipes I bought. It's, I mean, bang for buck, this was a great buy. I think it smokes brilliantly, this, but it was like a quarter the price of a lot of pipes that smoke just as good, if not worse. So I'm pretty happy with this thing. It's, it's nothing flash, feels nice in the hand, but the draw on it just smokes really well. Anyway, onto this tobacco review. I've already loaded my pipe up, and I'll get cracking. Well, what I can tell you about this is it's made by McClellands. I don't think I've had a McClelland yet that I don't like. I know, yet, I say. It's English, made in the USA. Big cutter's ribbon. And tobaccos consist of Virginia and Latakia. Pack that a bit light, and as a result, the draw's a bit loose for my liking. And coupling it today with I've had a few of these. This is a local brewer here, Monteith's, and it's just a really crisp, lightly crushed apple cider, and I just love these. Sometimes I prefer them over the beer. Glorious day here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Absolutely loving it. If you can hear a noise in the background, I'm just got the sprinkler on my lawn. I've reseeded it this spring, hopefully, because my puppy's done a bit of, or mainly just the piss in there that's eaten into the grass, so we're just reseeding. Right, back to the business in hand. Very nice. Well, this McClelland here, cellar, is very nice in the right. So the tin note is definitely Latakia, but it's got like a sweet undertone, not so much the smoky campfire from most Latakias. It's very nice. So nice tin note. This is a fresh open tin. I think it probably requires a little bit more drying out than what I've given it. I'll remember it for the next time. Well, first thoughts on the first light, charring light, is alive with flavours. It's very full, savoury, thick smoke. It's smoking along nicely. But as always, I'm going to smoke this down maybe mid-bowl. And I'll check back in and we'll just see how this progresses and if it changes any, or okay, I'll be right back with you. Well, here I am back again. Smoke this down now, we're into the mid-bowl. And those brilliant flavours that were in that first third sort of have subsided away into a more subtle experience. The Latakia and the Latakia smokiness and sort of whiskey sweetness subside, allowing those other tobaccos to take over. But very enjoyable. I would say on the strength note, it's mild to medium, mild to medium. Flavour, mild to medium. Taste, medium. Room note. And I'm smoking outdoors, but I'd say that's reasonably pleasant, but of course I'm a bit biased. Well, actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to continue smoking this down. So I've done mid-bowl. I'm going to get down to the heel end, or down to the end of it, and we'll see if it changes any more. Be right back with you again. Well, here I am back yet again, and it's just a glorious day out here, just fantastic. I'm down to the bottom of this now, and the flavours have become only faint now, and it's just a very light, almost elusive smoke. I'm not saying it's bad, but definitely make this an easy all-day smoke, no problem at all. Good for beginners, good for introduction to English. And rating, I'll give it an easy 4 out of 5 for me. It's a really nice smoke. With that all done, I've got a little paper article here I came across the other day when I was in our little rag here. It's about Zippo. That's what it says here, the headlines. Zippo refuses to let famous flames die. And I just found it very interesting. What I was going to say was, and it's very prevalent here in New Zealand, because New Zealand, I don't know if you're aware or not, other than the ridiculous taxation we have here on tobacco, is actually going smoke-free, and the plan for that is to be smoke-free, I think it's 2025, 2026. So it's not too far away, it's 10 years now. It's one reason why I'm sort of building my cellar now, because who knows if I can even get it in 10 years' time, or even be that 2-3 years' time. And that's what this article here is on. It's declining worldwide. And anyway, I'll just read a few things from it. It goes on to say here, George Duke, he's the owner of Zippo, and is grandson of the lighter company's founder, George S. Blaisdell. Alright, is no fan of smoking bans, to put it mildly. And it goes on here to say, when bureaucrats in Pennsylvania banned smoking in the workplace, Duke turned his local councillors in Bradford on them and won a special dispensation for his company staff to puff away indoors as if nothing had changed, which I found quite astounding, because it certainly wouldn't happen here in New Zealand like that. And he says about, to say it's worrisome would be a lie. This is the decline of tobacco smoking in general. And he said, how long is tobacco products going to be around? 100 years from now? I don't think so. And well, as I said, our one's not even going to be, the sound of it's not even going to be around in a decade. It's living in the nanny state that New Zealand is turning into. Not all good, not all bad. Pros and cons, take it as you will, but it is what it is. And it says here, we're down here a bit further. And as a result of these declining numbers, he's now branching off, and it says, but has also started selling camping equipment such as lamps, grills, axes and hand warmers, and plans to expand onto the patio with barbecues and torches. A note here I thought was very interesting. In China, they've marketed Zippos now to be like a luxury item. People that don't even smoke own these things, and they'll fetch as much as like $400, and it's considered a luxury item. I've got my little wee one here. It's just my pipe insert. But over the years, I used to be a cigarette smoker, gave it up. I've lost track 10, 15 years ago. But I suppose I smoked 15, 20 years, something like that. Well, maybe not that much, 10 dozen years. And over those years, I've had a lot of Zippos. And I've probably lost them all. I think I probably had about 4 or 5. And I had different ones. I had a lot of camo ones. I had some of the original ones, but I also had, I don't know if you've seen them, if you can even get them, the ladies ones, and they're only about, I say ladies, I don't know if they are or not, but they'd probably be about that size. So instead of that width, they'd only be about that one there. But as a result, the hinge mechanism was a bit harder to operate. It was a nice size, good in pocket, but and of course, back then when I was younger, we used to smoke. We used to open these up, take out the cotton wool pad here, and would re-stuff it with more cotton wool, and wind the wick in amongst it, and would get almost twice the length of fuel out of them. I don't bother doing that now. I just refill the bloody thing, because well, I'm not using it as much as I would say when I was smoking fags. Back to this article. Yeah, so that Chinese thing I thought was amazing. $400 for a goddamn lighter, and they're not even smoking. But I can see the appeal. I can see why anybody would want one. They're great little things, and always have been. I think hopefully these will stick around for some time. But yeah, the lighters. I found this. The lighters appeal to the most patriotic of Americans, as well as Bob Marley fans and Chinese businessmen. Bob Marley fans. I just thought it was hilarious. It goes down here at the very end here, and it says, Zippo will not seek outside funds to help, not as long as Duke is around. I have never entertained any outside money coming in. My two sons will eventually take over. We've always wanted to maintain absolute control, he says. Duke is, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, George Duke, the owner of Zippo, yes. Interesting. I found an interesting article, and just confirms what's happening here with the decline in smoking and getting access to smoking products. I mean, if I think I mentioned in one of my earlier posts, I don't buy anything local. One, it's far too expensive. Two, most of it's just shit. So I'll go to smokingpipes.com, Noggins, 4 Noggins, I think, the Danish pipe shop, and import them. I'm running the risk because I don't do anything illegally, but if you get caught up in customs, you get stung something pretty severe. And I remember I do 2 or 3, 4 tins and some smoking, cleaning equipment, and lots of these little puppies, But one time, as I went 3 or 4 orders, and they were coming in, and I did this one that probably maybe, I don't know if I got a little bit greedy or whatever, but it, probably maybe 15 items, in bulk tobacco and stuff like this, and probably, I think it was about $150, $160 odd of US, which at the time the exchange rate wasn't so bad. I think it was up around 87 cents or something. Now it's down around 60 cents, so it costs obviously a lot more to start with. But anyway, I digress. Customs caught up with this particular parcel and went from like $150 to, I think my final bill was 680 New Zealand dollars, and that's how much more I had to pay, which absolutely blew chunks as far as I'm concerned. But as I say, now I might have got a bit greedy, but unlucky, I don't know. I've had several since, no issues. But that one really stung in the pocket. I had to pay importation tax. I had to handle handling tax and all this stuff. There was about 4 or 5 different things. It was just ridiculous. And I can't remember what it is. The price per kilo, I think, of tobacco and the taxation on them. I can't remember what it is, but it's just, it'll make you pucker up. For a better use of a word. It's atrocious. But, hey, it is what it is, and as I say, I'm just trying to build that cellar up. Just a fantastic day. Anyway, you'll notice this clip here, I haven't got the music going in the background. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad. Well, I miss it personally. I like it. Some people might find it a bit irritating, but I personally like it. But my phone's flat, so this one actually is getting recorded on my iPad, so I don't know if the quality is going to suffer or not. But at least I can see what I'm doing. Anyway, YouTube, I've gone far long enough, and that's my review for the day and my waffle. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you this time next week. As always, I'm hoping to post every week on the week, so subscribe, comment, like, whatever. as always, keep them smoky, everyone. See you later, YouTube.